Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new podcast on the WXR YouTube channel, The Receipt. My first guest here tonight is the NXT superstar, Ryan Cutler. Ryan Cutler, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, fresh off a victory. I'm a NXT debut, so looking pretty good, pretty solid, and I'm gonna make a hell of a career out of it.
Well, I'd like to know, whenever you first came to NXT, obviously you ran the Indies for a while. You were there for, how long were you there?
About 3-4 years, somewhere on that
I mean,
tablespoon.
that's pretty good to get the WXR that quick. I want to know, whenever you were wrestling on that indie circuit, son, whenever you were picking your feet up, picking your boots off the ground, who approached you to come on down to WXR NXT? Who was it?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily a person. I'd say it was like the whole staff. I got Instagram DMs. I got Twitter DMs. Somehow they got my phone number. I don't know who the hell gave them that, but yeah, they just wouldn't leave me alone.
They got connections. I know that. I mean, they were scouting you. I heard a lot about you, and especially about Vex Mercer as well. Both you two, I mean, I can't wait to see the new up-and-coming talent. I saw NXT. We were watching it. I remember we saw Keanu Carver. How do you feel about Tony D'Angelo and Keanu Carver's, like, their interaction? How do you feel about them?
If you want me to be completely honest with you, I don't give a damn about neither of them. I think they're pretty boring. They're not independent. They can't help themselves. They always got to have someone to help them.
Yeah.
D'Angelo focused on the family, and then the other guy, I don't even know who was the other guy.
Keanu Carver.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, another mid Carter.
Well, I mean, that does segue to us to our next question here regarding the NXT roster. You got here. I know it's really early, but I know you've seen a couple people backstage. Who's your bucket list, like, I don't know, top 3 that you'd want to run the Dukes with?
There's a couple big guys. I mean, when it comes to looking at people, I don't see a lot of people that really, catch my eye. I mean, there's Shiloh Hill. He looks, almost a little bit like me. He looks like a redneck. Got Mason Rook. Man, that kid, he's pretty big.
Big.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll give it a little. I might as well. I'll take Jasper Troy.
Yeah, he hell of a guy. Hey, against Leon Slater, he put up a hell of a fight. I mean, he kicked out it was 2 of the Swanton 450s. I mean,
yeah, I was. If you actually go back and watch the tape, I'm sitting up there in that corner. I was actually watching it from the box.
The big podium, like the big.
Yeah, so I was sitting on that podium.
Yeah. I mean, when we were watching on TV, they don't get the hard cam side, production stuff. But hey, look, NXT's NXT, right? A lot of people are saying you're one of the top, like you're one of the future wrestlers in the biz. So when you think of the whole business, right? You think of the circle, WXR. There's been many names over these past 2-3 years. We've had the heights of Finn Balor, the heights of Seth Rollins. Who on that main roster do you want to run the ones with?
You know what? Just to make an example, see, I'm known as the best in the West. So, just to make an example out of them, I'd go ahead and start with that chum Obafemi and make a little example out of him. Then I'd go to Gunther, trying to retire people. I mean, he ain't doing much with it. Then I think I'm going to take it up with, quote, OTC. I ain't do nothing without his family and friends. Look at the Shield. He's used the Shield and he's used the bloodline to get where he is. If he didn't have that, he'd be a nobody. So I'll go with the OTC, the Tribal Chief.
Honestly, those are 3, big dudes. Like, I'd love to see that. I guess I could ask you then, like, how's your feelings about, like, the high flyers and stuff?
Honestly, they could do as much tips and tricks they want. I'll sit them right on their ass. I'll sit them right down where they belong. I mean, look at Vex Mercy. He tried to do it on the flips today. You see that where he tried to do the little jump he did off them steps? You know what he ended up getting?
Yeah.
Spine buster. Right back down.
Well, we can break down that match. I have a couple spots in mind like in the portions of the match as it turns, and like this match was crazy. But in the 9 minutes that was going on bell to bell, I want to talk about three things. One, that beginning. I mean, you were throwing haymakers and he was rolling under them. What were you thinking in those moments?
I mean, it really let me test how fast he was. I mean, the reason I came out a little furious because he came in, spit in my face a little bit, and it'll take me off a little disrespectful. I did nothing to the kid. Then he started, taunting in my face. So I got a little angry, couldn't control it, started swinging. He missed, and then I caught on to it pretty fast. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pump fake him. So once I got that second swing in, I stopped, I hesitated, he ran into me, and I just powerbombed him, picked him up, and dropped him.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? Dude, I think, well, this one was later in the match, but I would like to talk about when he went on and he tried to springboard off the top rope, and you threw your elbow at him like you dove over the top, basically like suicide style, Cactus Jack style, a bang bang, and just threw your whole body weight on him. That was nuts.
Yeah, I saw this opportunity for the spear, and I took it because he takes a while. If you actually watch him, he'll tie every time he's about to go up on that top rope. So after that connected, I saw him go up, and I was like, yeah, that's my opportunity. And I knew if I did that, I'd take him out for the rest of the match. He's not getting up. He's small.
I mean, I mean that whole match was a great showcase of talent, and you could really tell the crowd absolutely roaring in Orlando, absolutely going bonkers. We we watch matches like that, and we like to think about what's next for the industry. What's next on our WrestleManias, our SummerSlams, and even coming up. I mean, as soon as full measure, I got the limited edition merch on right now of Full Measure. I want to know, like, when you think about pay-per-views coming up, Money in the Bank, Full Measure, SummerSlam, you look at that,
Yeah,
you want to be there, right?
absolutely. There's no question about that. I mean, I think it's only little time
And
till I get there and
that's why I wanted to
do what I
ask.
do.
How long do you think you're gonna coast in NXT until finally you feel like you can step foot in the door? I mean, or obviously the executives let you, of course. You mean have to see that talent.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I can do it right now, but the truth is, if Triple H wants to do that, I mean, I'm here for it. But he can protect his little golden boys as much as he wants. But when I get there, all hell's going to be let loose.
Hey, I feel like that's kind of what we need on the rosters. Just something to make sure that everybody's on notice. I mean, obviously, Monday Night Raw, we have Obafemi doing stuff. We have a lot of chaos going on Monday. I don't know if you've peeped into that. It's
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen a bunch of old heads running around. Randy Orton doing what he does. And you got CM Punk trying to fight the younger guys. Dash Stone. Roman Reigns being Roman Reigns, hardly showing up.
yeah.
You got all sorts of stuff.
I mean, of course. I mean, personally, this ain't nothing crazy, but I would like to see Seth Rollins show up a little bit more with this title. He'd just be in the background.
Yeah, I'm not a fan for Seth. I think he's a prick. I think he's a little ahead of himself.
I mean,
I mean, that also goes for Roman Reigns. They're both head shoved so far up their ass they can't see sunlight.
I have heard that around. A couple rumors about those two. Every once in a while it's coming up. You know, just the excellence in WXR. Speaking of those wrestlers and the superstars and everything like that, it's WXR is obviously the epitome of the peak. I mean, there's nothing close to it. Obviously, you can be in the independents, but obviously, whenever you're good enough to leave there, you can kind of see this hemisphere or this horizon of just great talent. Great, just fantastic talent. I want to
Mhm.
go ahead and give a sponsorship or go ahead and take it to the sponsors real quick as we come back after this short little break.
For the first time ever, wrestling goes bad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Receipt, the #1 WXR podcast already, as we are the first. We're obviously here with Ryan Cutler, as we know. I wanted to jump into some other things. Obviously, we've been talking about the current, the present, the now, and the then, now, and forever and together. I want to talk about the then, the past. I want to talk about your upbringing, however early you want to bring it, however late you want to start. I just want to know, what's your upbringing? What's your backstory?
So, my backstory. So, I came from a small city in Texas. But my first training was in a indie company ran by Booker T, named Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Then after that, my name got pretty known, and then I went to. Am I allowed to say this? AEW? Am I allowed to say that?
Hey, we're off the shoot right now. We're off the cusp, off the leash.
Yeah. So I went there, wrestled Kenny Omega, MJF, Will Ospreay, all them greats. Okada. Don't forget Okada. Okada was a big match of mine.
Yeah.
And then I went to ROH, wrestled a bunch of big guys there, and too much to name. And same with TNA. That's where I really got my spotlight. TNA. That's where I got my contract offering, and then that just kind of led me here.
Yeah. Well, besides that, honestly, since we are off the cusp here, obviously WXR is the epitome, right? But I do remember a couple of those matches I did see, right? And I think it's absolutely awesome seeing a big man fighting even an older veteran like Kenny Omega, which all props in the world to him. Obviously, never stepped foot in the WXR ring, but was he was a hell of a talent, absolutely talented individual. I know, obviously, he's slowed down a little bit, but when you guys took off, oh my God, it was like watching two greats just tussle. It's shocking watching some of the wrestling outside of WXR, but you have to understand that you got to put the spotlight on the wrestling to be the most popular and most coveted and greatest wrestling company in the world. So that's where you are now in WXR. You got any other backstory, anything you want to talk about?
It's funny that we actually ended up here, but Vex Mercer. We actually we've known each other for a really long time outside of WXR. So about 5 years ago, we were roommates, and we got into this slight argument. It was the smallest thing you could think of. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't very important. And we quite literally got into a fist fight. We both got ejected from the apartments, and we really haven't been on good terms since. And now I beat him, so he's sent me messages that I'm not even allowed to read because they're so bad. I got 2 death threats, and he literally called my mother.
Oh, I mean that.
So
he comes across.
This isn't even about wrestling anymore. This is just personal.
Yeah, I mean he comes across as a cocky individual, of course. But obviously, as we talked about, I mean, sure you've dealt with some pests before, but this is much more than wrestling. Yeah, this is a personal thing, so it's kind of hard to separate, your art from, your whole picture, like as a wrestler, as a person behind the scenes, in the ring, everything. Well, it takes 2 to tango, and then when your dance partner is more angry at you, sometimes he lays it in a little more. So did you ever feel like he was laying it in a little too much?
There was definitely some times I wouldn't say he hit me hard, but I saw what he was trying to do. That's why I moved out the way.
Yeah.
So what he was trying to do on that step spot, he was actually trying to hit my neck on that barricade, try to take me out.
That's bad.
But then there was another spot where, if you watch me, I went for a suicide dive, and he caught me. No, so he was supposed to catch me with the protected forearm, but he actually caught me with a straight bone, like elbow bone. And I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose.
Yeah, you never know, man.
And it was, and that's why I returned. I gave the funny show is called this. I gave him a receipt. which was when he went for Hurricane Rana, which we talked about. I did not sell the Hurricane Rana. I picked him up and I just threw him across the ring with the power
Yeah,
bomb.
well, we saw that.
Yeah, and I think he deserved it. And in the next couple of times, I know that wasn't the first time we're going to wrestle. I know he's going to do some stupid. He's going to do something stupid. I don't know what it is, but the fact he's sending me messages, like he got me, just text me right now. Yeah, he's blowing up my phone. But I know he's going to do something stupid. I don't know what that is, but it's going to be bad.
Well, hey, in NXT we talked about your future, who you want to fight, but let's talk about some predictions as well. But more so on the championship region. Let's talk about your championship, like your dream, your destiny. What is your route to success?
So, I mean, overall, like when at the end of the road, I want to be a Hall of Famer, but we got to start somewhere. So starting, I mean, it's either, I mean, obviously I want to go for the NXT championship. I mean, that's a given. But if NXT championships, being fought for already, I guess I'll just settle down and, slip my way into the North American championship.
Mm.
But again, like I said, I have no clue when Triple H is going to pull me up. So, with that being said, even if I get pulled up before I get to go for these titles, I have bigger titles already in check. I know what titles I'm going to go for once I get to the main roster, and I know exactly how I'm going to take the titles from the people that already have them.
Yeah, I mean, we know names like Damian Priest, who was the world heavyweight champion for a long time in WXR, as well as Bronson Reed, Carmelo Hayes, even twice over, Trick Williams, Dominic Mysterio. All these people, Obafemi, have held that North American title. It's a path to success. Any time in NXT really is a path to success if you find the right audience, the right executives that really love you, and you get you get all the wealth. That's what it is. Well, obviously, hopefully, this is a lot of insight for a lot of people here on the receipt of Ryan Cutler. I would like to ask, what is your final message here for the WXR fans, the WXR universe, the hemisphere, the global phenomenon, all the fans? Let them know what you got to know.
So, what you got to know. Tonight, that wasn't my hardest match. That was actually one of my lightest matches. That was one of the easiest matches I've had in a while, and that was the easiest way I could put this. You ain't seen nothing yet. You have to wait and see what I got in this bag.
Well, as you know, this is right after your match. This probably we'll see when this comes out. But hey, that was our first episode, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Cutler, NXT superstar. This is the receipt. Thank you for watching.